Welcome back to the My Manager Career with the Wolves. Welcome back to the season finale of Season 1. And what a month of football we've got coming your way. It's a battle at the top of the ladder at the moment. We're currently in 6th position and hopefully we can push ourselves into 5th or 4th. But this is how we ended up on the last episode with that big victory against Liverpool in the semi-final, which lines us up for the big FA Cup final today against Luton Town at Wembley. We've of course got 5 Premier League matches coming your way as well. We've got the reigning defending champs at the moment, Man City, who currently look to take out this year's trophy once again. They're currently on 81 points with Liverpool in second place on 70. So very unlikely for Liverpool to turn that around. And it looks like Man City has once again picked up the trophy. Looking at potential relegation battle at the bottom of the ladder at the moment, we've got Southampton, Brentford and Ipswich at the moment, with Leicester City also sitting on 20 points. Fulham should be safe in 16th position with 30 at the moment. With Larson, the assistant manager is telling us to offer a permanent deal, but unfortunately we're unable to do that, so we will lose him at the season end. However, we will look to re-sign him when it comes to season 2, but that will all depend on what Jeff allows us in the budget, being that he is potentially going to cover that 50%, as that was one of the expectations he had. Larson had to score 15 goals, where he's at the moment sitting on 21, so he's in fantastic form, but that also means his value has skyrocketed, so it's something that we need to consider. However, with the Premier League at the moment, it's a 5-team battle for that 4th position. There's only 2 points between us, with Arsenal, Newcastle, Aston Villa and Man United. So this month of football is going to be critical for our push to get into that top 6 at least. But ultimately, if we could get 4th, that would be a phenomenal achievement in Season 1. Now, regarding contracts and budgets, we're going to be waiting till the end of the season, going into Season 2, before we have any discussions regarding Larson's contract. Ultimately, Jeff just wants us to focus on the FA Cup final and get that silverware and finish strong in the Premier League. Now we'll head over to Matt Hobbs to discuss the Youth Academy and what we're going to potentially do there, being that we've got some new potential recruits coming in, but also we've now hit max capacity in our Youth Academy squad. Now, with the latest scouting report, we have had some potentials come through with Gibson, Tate and Hegarty all showing great potential. Gibson and Tate are both left and right wingers, with Hegarty playing more of a centre defensive mid position. So with that, Matt does agree that we'll bring all 3 players into the Youth Academy, but that does mean we need to evaluate the current roster, move some players on, potentially sign them to the senior squad if they show potential, or release them to free agency where they could be picked up by another team from there. So we'll head over to the Youth Academy and evaluate the squad that we currently got. So ultimately what we're looking at is Youth Academy players that are 16 to 17 years of age, haven't really grown that much, and their potential has dropped into the high 70s, low 80s from there. Pereira's one, he's 67 overall at the moment, but his potential is only 71 to 75. So he'd be on the chopping block for this round of cuts. Unfortunately, looking through there, Demency could be one that is on there. I think we'll potentially keep him and see how further he develops. Frederick, another one, left back. He is 62 overall with a potential of 71 to 79. But Pereira will be the first that we'll let go, being that I think ultimately he's almost maxed out on what his potential could be. And then Frederick would be the other one that will potentially look to go, being that he's 71 to 79. And then Blin is the other one, the French 17-year-old. We've only recently brought him into the squad, but his potential is only 73 to 79 at the moment. However, at the moment, we'll let Frederick go and we'll reevaluate when it comes to next season. Now, looking at the players that we have just recently brought in with Gibson, Tate and Hegarty, we'll look to upgrade the wingers. Well, Gibson to a left winger inside forward. I think that will be the best for him, being working on his shooting, dribbling, ball control and agility. He's currently 1+ at the moment in that position, or role growth, so we'll look to continue that one. Now with Tate, he's currently a right midfielder, so we need to move him across to a right winger to develop him into an inside forward. That is the potential play style that we'll be playing with the current formation that we've got. So that will take a couple of weeks before we can then start working on that inside forward. Now with Hegarty, he's a 16-year-old, 63 overall, 67 to 87 potential, but his height is 6'7". He's a giant 16-year-old. Now ultimately, we'd love to work on the deep line playmaker, being that we want to obviously improve his passing and ability to move up the field. But I think at the moment, with his defence only sitting at 60, I think we work on his holding midfield, being that he's already 1+ on that at the moment. And then we can look to change his play style maybe midway through Season 2. Now, the first match of the season final will be against the reigning defending champs in Man City. So it's going to be a big one, that's for sure. It's going to be a tough ask to pull this one off. We've obviously got Grealish at the moment leading the charge with 20 goals in the competition. He's also on the top assist board as well, so he's having a phenomenal season for Man City at the moment. With the formation that we'll be going with is currently the 4-2-1-3. So we're going with the left and right winger positions, who will be Kuna and Gudez. Larson will be up front in the striker position. Gluka will be playing the cam. And then in the centre defensive mid in this match will be Gomez and the captain, Lamina. The back line will be Haddo. Then we've got Woe and Gomez. And then on the left back position will be Nori, who's had a phenomenal season so far since returning from injury. And of course, between the posts will be the number 1, Sarr. So it looks like a good day for football as well. Not a cloud in the sky. The pitch is dry. So it should be a good performance here. But that also means that Man City might be a little bit more expansive with their play. So we've got to watch out for Haaland, Grealish, and that getting quick ball to each other. Of course, this man here is in fine form at the moment. Larson leading the charge here for the Wolves. So kick off now. Larson to Gluka. He's going to find Gudez on the left-hand side. He's got Larson pushing down the middle. Down to Lamina. Kuna's pushed across centre field here, trying to slide across the line at the moment. Doesn't control the ball, unfortunately. And Man City take the advantage on that one. But Gomez picks up the ball here, straight through the middle. Big shot there by Gomez, but Edison too good between the posts. Corner opportunity, and we're on the attack at the moment. Now, the set pieces for us this season have paid off with Kuna putting them on an absolute dime. Can he do it again here to get us the advantage? Whoa, underneath. Unfortunately, oh, you're kidding me. Haddo just needed to tap that in, but he tried to catch it with a foot beforehand. A real opportunity there for Haddo, and it's squandered. 31 minutes in here. It's been a battle since then. Haddo sliding across. He misses on the first opportunity. Little chip over the top. The Foden here catches it. Shot there, but Sarr with the save. Gomez getting beat there by Foden straight down the middle. Corner opportunity here for Man City, 34 minutes in. Into the box here. Haddo taps it down. Gluka, long ball down to Gudez here. Spins. Trying to get on the outside of the defender here. Steps back. Unfortunately loses the ball there, and it's a quick counter-attack here from Man City. Haaland. It looks to be a penalty here from Woe. Grealish taking it. Quick play here. Haaland straight through the middle and no one around him. Woe's fallen asleep there. And just before the halftime break, Man City strike first here, 1-0. Woe just flat-footed there. Quick play the ball from Grealish. Straight down to Haaland. He's just flat-footed, let him run straight past on that one. Gomez unable to get across the support. And we're going to the halftime break, down 1-0 against Man City. So we're going to need a good, strong start here in the second half to have any opportunity. And it's been an absolute battle so far. 57 minutes in, ball down here. Lamina and Nori trying to work together. Back into the middle here for Rodri. Nice play there by Woe. Gluka with the ball. He's going to try and settle it out here. A long ball down to Gudez. He wrong foots him. Nice play there by Gudez. He finds Larson in the box. And Edison unable to get a hand to that one. 22nd of the season. Great long ball there from Gluka. Straight down to Gudez. Cutting back on the inside. So wrong foot in the defender. And Larson, like he's been doing all season, finds himself open inside the box. A nice little cut back here. Keeper unable to get a hand to that one, and we tied all up 57 minutes in. Since then, it's been an absolute battle centre midfield with no team really being able to get any attacking opportunity, but Foden with the ball here, ricochets off, Nori sliding across, a long ball, probably wasn't the best one, straight through to Haaland, and Doku just runs, settles himself, and they pick up the point here with 3 minutes left in full time. Nori with the long pass, very rare mistake from him, and then it goes straight back down to Haaland. Again, Woe probably flat-footed, not reacting the way he needs to, and Doku, you put him one-on-one with the keeper, he's going to beat him. Unfortunately, Man City up by 1 here very late. We've got to really attack strong here. We've only got a couple of minutes. Gudez unable to control it. Straight through the middle here from Man City. Bernardo here finds Doku. Settles it down to Haaland. Oh, you're kidding me. A shot from outside the box. Now, I'd be lying if I'd say I was surprised on that one. You've got Haaland in between 2 defenders outside the box in extra time, and he just puts enough power on that one just outside the outstretched Saar. And unfortunately, this is the class, this is the polish that Man City have, and Haaland just putting it where no man can reach, and unfortunately that's how quick it can happen. Doku and Haaland both scoring within a couple of minutes. We held our own pretty much up to the 88th minute, and then just like that, the class of Man City strike twice, and we go down 3-1. But we pick ourselves up and head into the next match, which will be a Premier League match against Brighton. Now, looking at the stats for this one, it was a 49-51 split on possession, and our best 2 players on the pitch was Larson and Glucker. Now, one of the things that I do want to consider to trial at the back end of the season was the formation. We've got Glucker and Kuna. Both can play the cam position, with Kuna moving out to the right wing at the moment. So we're going to trial this 4-2-2-2. So it's going to bring Gudez into his preferred striker position, but we're going to also have Kuna playing a little bit more of a playmaker on the left-hand side, and then Glucker playing a shadow striker and, of course, a bit of a playmaker as well. So the shadow striker has been what Glucker has been playing, well, the role he's been playing at the moment, and he still seems to get involved with the assist as well. So Kuna will be playing on the left-hand side, a little bit more of a roaming playmaker, Glucker on the right playing a shadow striker, and then the 2 poachers up front. Then playing in the centre defensive mid, we're going to have Lamina playing the deep line playmaker. Holding will be Gomez roaming across the back line. And then we'll have wing-back playing for Haddo and Nori as well. So ultimately, this is the formation that's just putting everyone in their preferred positions. And we'll see if we can potentially get a little bit of momentum going into that FA Cup final from there. We've been playing well in the other formation, but it's trial and error. We're going into Season 2, and we need to potentially revamp what we're looking to do, because we can't just roll out with the same formation and the same play style, being that everyone will know how we play, and they'll start putting things in place to prevent us from scoring. So we're going to go with the main lineup in this formation. So Gudez and Larson will be playing the striker position up front, and then Kuna on the left cam position with Glucker on the right cam. The centre defensive mids will be Lamina and Gomez, and then the back line will be Nori, Gomez, Woe and Haddo with Saar between the posts. So the formation, once again, it's a 4-2-2-2, and hopefully we can put in a good performance here against Brighton. They're a quality squad, so it's not going to just be a run through. They're going to put a real test to this formation and see if it's going to work. Of course, it's not going to be one game done. We're going to give it a trial for the rest of the episode, being that I'd love to keep them in their preferred positions going into Season 2. Now, looking at the weather conditions for this match, it's clear skies and the pitch is looking good. So hopefully that helps us get a little bit of flow happening here with the new formation. Haddo with the ball, back down to Gudez here. He's going to tap it across to Kuna. He's got Nori pushing down centre midfield here. Oh, beautiful pass there from Nori. And then that's how you want to start a match. 3 minutes in. Nice little combination from the right-hand side through to the left. Gudez getting involved midfield. Gets a nice ball down to Kuna, who finds Nori pushing down as well. I think that's his 5th assist for the season, Nori. And then, of course, Larson finishing it off. But it's been a battle since then. 39 minutes in here. We scored straight off the kickoff. And then it's just been in the middle field, back and forth at the moment. But a nice pass through to Goodez there, but it's cut off once again by the defence. So we're going to head into the halftime break with only that 1 point advantage. Brighton's defence definitely has taken another step since conceding a very early goal. And it's going to be a tough ask here. 70 minutes into the match. And again, the second half has started the way we ended the first. It's been an absolute battle midfield. But Gluka, nice defensive play after the mistake. Kuna with the ball, down to Gluka here. Tries to get on the outside, takes a shot. But it's a save there by the keeper. 74 minutes in. Throw-in opportunity here. Down to Larson. He's going to settle it back here to Nori. He's going to find Lamina, the captain. Down here to Gray. Steps back. He's got Kuna. He's got acceleration there, Kuna. But saved there once again by the keeper. And Kuna gets a foot to it before it goes out of bounds. And it's been an absolute struggle. We're not going to write this formation off just yet. We obviously started off very strong, but Brighton's defence was just top quality midfield, and we really didn't have anything we could really do to get around them on that one. We get the 3 points though, and it was a 49-51 split on possession, with Lamina, our captain, our man of the match performance with an 8.5. His defence across this match was solid, hence why he is our man of the match. Man City pick up a victory against Southampton, so that's a big one for them, for their continued push for that trophy. Leicester City is next up, and this man here, Jamie Vardy, is hanging up the boots. An absolute legend in the Premier League and for Leicester City, and we wish him all the best with retirement. Now, we've made some changes to the squad just for this match, being that Leicester City is lower down the ladder, so Gray's going to come in to this starting lineup in that centre defensive mid position, and he will be partnering the captain, Lamina. And of course, we're going to go with that 4-2-2-2 formation, once again with Goodez and Larson up front, Kuna and Gluka playing the cam positions. Now, we've also made a change in the back line with Bueno coming into the centre-back position to partner Gomez, and then the wing-backs will be Haddo and Nori with Saar between the posts. So, big ask here, another good quality weather for football here. The sun is out here in the last month of football for us, and this will be the lineup for Leicester City. They're going with a 4-2-3-1. Craig Dawson, obviously familiar face for us. We departed ways with him in the January window. And of course, the captain there for Leicester City, Jamie Vardy, looking to put in a strong performance here in his final month of football. Let's get this kicked off here. Goodez with the ball. Down to Haddo. He's going to tap it back here to Goodez, midfield. He's got Kuna pushing across here. Larson running the line, but he takes a shot instead. And a nice opportunity there from Kuna. A powerful shot from outside the box. 19 minutes in here now. Bueno pushing across, trying to put some pressure on, but Gray gets a foot in there. Nice defensive play by the centre defensive mid. Gluka with the ball. Down to Goodez. Pushing around the outside of Dawson. And there you have it. Goodez scores against his former teammate. 6 goals for the season. And he has been in tremendous form in the back end of the season. Of course, early on, he wasn't in the first team, but he's really pushed his claim to remain up in the first squad, with Hee-Chan taking a little bit more of a reserve position. And it's plays like that which will keep him in the first team. 31 minutes in here at the moment. Cleared out here from Leicester City. Gray gets underneath it. Gluka, shot opportunity, saved there by the keeper. A nice play attempt there. And a yellow card here for Leicester City. Things are getting a little bit chippy out there at the moment after conceding the first goal. And that's just a late tackle there on Haddo. Nori sliding across here. Ball down to Reed. Gomez having a slide across. Nice support there from Gomez. But Nori and Reed at the moment battling it out. And Nori picks up the win on that battle. And he's been taken out on that one. That's a real dangerous tackle. Kuna pushing into midfield here. Shot opportunity. But saved there by the keeper. And I think once again, it's going to be a yellow card here for Leicester City. They are teetering on potential losing a player with some of these defensive attempts. And that was all studs straight into the shin. But we go into the halftime break here with a 1 point advantage. But definitely getting chippy here out there at the moment. Ball out wide here. Lamina, nice defensive play there from the captain. Pushing midfield here. Ball down to Kuna here. He's pushing back on the inside here. He's been pushed off the ball. This could be dangerous here for Leicester City, and it is his second yellow card, which of course is going to be a red. And Leicester City are down to 10 men straight after the halftime break as well. And Leicester City are going to need to regroup, or it could be a second red coming if they continue to play the way they are in defence. Larson with the ball here. Oh, I should have went back to Kuna instead, but it goes to Gudez. We hold on to it. Down to Lamina. Down to Haddo. Pushing across here. Gluka with him. He's going to find him on this pass. And he's going to push it centre field here. Gluka, shot opportunity. But once again, the keeper strong between the posts for Leicester City. Cleared out here. Nori getting underneath it. He's going to hit it back centre midfield. Unfortunately, couldn't get it underneath it. Lamina. Oh, Bueno misses attempt on that one. So does Gomez. Leicester City with a shot attempt there, but Sarr with the save. He potentially should have taken a couple more steps before trying to take that shot. And Leicester City are currently holding on at the moment. Bueno sliding across here. Same with Haddo. That's a poor cross there from Leicester City. Kuna underneath it. And he's got a bit of space here, Kuna. He's going to try to push back on the inside here. He finds Gray down the middle. He's got a bit of pace, Gray. Long ball through to Larson. Beats the defender. Pushes down the left. Shoots to the right. And what a pass there from Archie Gray. Playing that centre defensive mid position. A long ball down to Larson. And of course, he's just finishing off every opportunity he gets at the moment. And it's his 24th of the season. So he's on an absolute tear at the moment. He wants that golden boot here in the Premier League. He wants to be top scorer. And he, of course, is battling it out with Grealish at the moment. 87 minutes in here. A long ball through. And Gomez so slow to react on that one. We're lucky that it was just a little bit too heavy. And Nori with the ball here. He's going to hit it down to Kuna. He's going to find Larson. He holds on to the ball on this one. He's got Gudez. Finds him in the midfield. Oh, he tries to pass it across to Gluka. He tries to be unselfish on that one. But he just needs to seriously take those shot opportunities there. He's the striker. He's the man. And unfortunately, we don't get the third goal on that one. But fortunately enough, we pick up the 3 points with a 2-0 win. Of course, they were a man down straight after the second half, which is not ideal for them. It was a 57-43 split with Gray playing a 9.3 and Larson playing a 9.4 man of the match performance. Now we're going to push into the next match, which is the big FA Cup final against Luton Town. They, of course, are in tremendous form in the cup match. But this man here, Larson, has scored 3 goals in his last 3 matches. So hopefully that form continues here today at Wembley. It's big stage here for these players. Of course, we win this, we move into European competition in Season 2. So a lot to play for these players. Of course, the trophy as well. And this is how they both got there. We got the victory against Stoke City, against Burnley, and then Liverpool. They picked up victories against Nottingham Forest, Ipswich Town, and Leeds to get themselves into the final. So a big performance here. The captain looking to potentially raise that trophy at the end of the match. It'll be a nice little milestone for him. And then, of course, we're going to go with the 4-2-2-2 with Archie Gray getting the starting opportunity, being that he's been in tremendous form in the FA Cup. Bueno also getting the starting position in the centre-back position to partner Gomez. So a few changes to the main starting lineup, but they're both in some tremendous form at the moment, so they shouldn't really have any issues playing here in the big stage. Ball down here to Larson. He's going to find Haddo on the right-hand side. He's going to bring it back here to Larson midfield. Down to Gray. He's going to step back here at the moment. He's got Gluka. He's going to find him. Trying to push his way around the defender, but Doherty with a nice defensive play there for Luton Town. Lamina pushing across, trying to stay aggressive. And the ball's taken down here, left-hand side. Doherty with the ball. Bueno sliding across here, chipped into the midfield, and Sarr with an easy save. 21 minutes in here, Doherty with the ball once again. Going to get on the chong, but Gray with a nice defensive pressure. Lamina supporting his young centre defensive mid. He's pushing midfield here. Nice long ball through to Gluka. He's going to set it back here, midfield. Takes a shot, but blocked there by the defender. Doherty with the ball. Lamina once again coming up defensively. The captain playing well. Ball down to Gudez here. He's got a bit of space. Takes a shot. And we get the first goal of the match here. He's 7th of the season, Gudez. But take a bow. Lamina at the moment, centre midfield, has been playing lights out defence. And he's pushing across both left and right side. Like a true captain, performing and showing how to play the game, leading by example. Hopefully that can continue here for Lamina. Ball down middle field here. Gray sliding across. Gomez is going to have to support him on that one. Nice defensive play there by Gomez. Long ball down here to Gudez. Oh, he finds a beautiful pass through here to Gluka. Sets himself. And there we have it. Our second before the halftime break. 39 minutes in. Gudez getting involved with the pass in after scoring the first. And Gluka pushing into midfield there from the right cam position. And playing that real shadow striker position on that one. A nice goal here from Gluka. What a signing he's been. And we're going to go into the halftime break with that 2-point advantage here in the FA Cup final. So exactly where we want to be going into the break. And hopefully we can continue that momentum here in the second. 67 minutes in there. Nice block there from Gomez. He's going to get the ball down to Nori. He's got Kuna with him at the moment. Larson running a nice line. Straight through to Gudez here. Shot, but saved there by the keeper. Nice defensive pressure there from Gray. He does clean up the ball there, Haddo. He's going to get the ball down to Gudez. Nice ball through to Larson. Shot opportunity. And there we have it, the third. And he's 4th in 4 matches. He's 25th of the season. But once again, nice defensive play there from that man, Archie Gray. Loose ball through to Haddo. He gets a long ball down to Gudez, who's going to find Larson just streaming down the middle of the field. And we pick up that third goal here. 86 minutes in at the moment. It's been a real good defensive pressure. Ball in midfield here. Shot, but Saar with the save. Trying to keep a clean sheet here in the final. And Lamina with the ball here. Settling it down to Kuna. And that should be it on that one. We do pick up the victory here in the FA Cup. So our first silverware of the campaign. And it was a nice victory here. A 3-0 one. Gudez, Gluka, Larson all on the scoreboard. Great involvement. But of course, Lamina, the captain, was playing absolute lights out defence in the middle of the field with his partner Archie Gray. And the back line was also very strong with Bueno, Gomez, Nori and Hatto. Hopefully this is not the first time we see this type of celebration for the Wolves. We've got a big Season 2 coming your way as well. Now it looks like we've got European football. Now, unfortunately, in true FC25 fashion, there's a glitch when it comes to the celebration. And we've got a default trophy sitting on the stand at the moment. So we won't be raising the FA Cup trophy. And it looks like it's lost. It's invisible on this one. So we're just going to have to try and picture with our imagination him lifting the FA Cup trophy. He's dislocating his elbows while he's doing it. And hopefully they get that glitch sorted in the next patch. But is it an FC25 game without glitches? That's for sure. There we have it. The default trophy for the FA Cup celebration. But they're the champions for this one. The Wolves with the captain, Lamina. And hopefully this is not the last time we'll see them celebrating as a team with a trophy between them. Looking at the stats for this one, it was a 44-56 split on possession. And our best player was Gudez with a 10 out of 10 performance. But overall, a solid performance by the whole squad. And a fantastic achievement to pick up silverware in the first season here. So we get that victory 3-0 against Luton Town in the FA Cup, which means we've got European football when it comes to Season 2. Now, we do have an upset current Youth Academy player with Koshi showing that he's unsettled at the moment. His potential is 75 to 81. He is a left back currently playing the wing position, so we will look to move him into the senior squad after having a conversation with Matt Hobbs. But we're going to head over to the last two matches of the Premier League. We've got Crystal Palace. Of course, we're going to be running that new formation where it's the 4-2-2-2. And this man there currently leading charge in the Premier League, looking to potentially pick up that golden boot and hopefully can continue that fine form that we've had so far this season and of course in the latest couple of episodes. Now, one thing that I will be putting up on the community board is what we will do with the centre-back position going into Season 2. We've got Gomez, we've got Woe that have been working well together, but they've had some lapses in defence that we need to potentially clean up. We've got Lamina, who can play the centre-back position, which would mean that Archie Gray does move into the starting lineup. He's got great potential and he's currently leading in assist in that centre defensive mid position in the FA Cup series since joining with us. So do we continue his development by moving him into the senior squad, by moving Lamina back into the centre-back position? We've got Bueno, who showed signs and promise in that centre-back position. The only challenge with him is if potentially he makes a mistake, his recovery is not there, and that's where it does cost us. And then we've got Mascara as well, that has shown great signs, but also he hasn't been a wow factor for us either in that centre-back position. So a lot of things to consider. I'll put a couple of combinations up and then you guys can vote in the community board and we'll see who potentially is our partners when it comes into Season 2 in that centre-back position. But Crystal Palace, putting it in the box there, and Woe does get up tall on that one. Gomez, unfortunately, doesn't clean up the ball on that one. Haddo pushing down, misses on the first attempt. Nice cut off there by Woe. Gomez with the ball, down to Kuna. He's got Larson making a run here, drags the ball right. He's got Goodez with him, but he puts it a little bit too far in front. And Goodez misses on the second chance opportunity on that one. And ultimately, we need that polish there from Goodez. He's been strong so far since getting into the starting lineup. But on that attempt there, he just puts it way left. Haddo gets underneath that one. Luca fights for the ball on that. That was a beautiful play. Goodez with the ball. Shot opportunity, blocked there by the keeper. Another attempt there from Goodez, unable to get it past him. And we're currently 19 minutes in here with an opportunity for Crystal Palace. And just over the top bar there by Ezzy. That's a real fantastic penalty shot there. And a real opportunity for Crystal Palace. Lemina pushes the ball down to Goodez. He's fighting for it with Larson. Kuna. Back here to Gluka. Shot opportunity, but saved by Turner. Unfortunately, he gets back up on his feet before Gluka can get down there. 35 minutes in. It's been an absolute battle with Crystal Palace. Trying to finish their season strong as well. Gomez sliding across. Trying to get in there defensively. Blocks the first attempt. Ball back into the box there. And Woe out of position. And Ezzy couldn't get an easier goal on that one. 39 minutes in. Unfortunately, Woe's pushing up, too aggressive, and the pass goes straight past him. Woe looks to be pushing up here on the attacker outside the box, but Ezzy stand there right in the middle of the box, and he gets an easy goal there for Crystal Palace. They go into the break with a 1-0 advantage, and will look to have a strong performance here in the second half. 47 minutes in here, nice defensive pressure on that one by Goodez. Lamina pushing down here, trying to stay aggressive. Nice defensive play by the captain. He's pushing around the defender, brings it into middle field. He's got Larson with him, but he takes a shot. And there you have it. What a captain's knock. 50 minutes in here. His third of the season. And just that experience and composure there from the captain. Ties it all up here. 1-1, 50 minutes in. But great defensive play there by him. Pushes off the defender outside the box. And he just sneaks it past the keeper, Turner. A great goal there from the captain. And it's been a battle since then. We're 73 minutes in here. Gluka putting it in the box. Larson underneath. But unfortunately, the ball curved away from him on that one. Archie Gray taps it down to Lamina. Finds Lima. He's going to find Gray inside midfield here. Takes a shot opportunity, but saved there from Turner. And once again, Crystal Palace hold on. And we're 90 minutes in here. We really need to pull off a good defensive play, but straight through Gomez on that one. Mascara sliding across and defensively gets a foot in there. Nori tries to clear it. Now Archie Gray down to Kuna. and that's going to be the whistle. A real recovery there from Mascara, but Gomez once again getting beat by the defender late, and a potential opportunity where we could have lost that one. We're just lucky that Mascara was able to recover on that one and did a nice defensive slide in front of that shot opportunity there for Crystal Palace. 52-48 split on possession, and our man of the match, of course, was our captain, Lamina. Next up, we've got Brentford, who are currently in a relegation battle. At the moment, they're currently in 18th position. We also will be looking to start Semedo in that right-back position, being that he will be leaving us at season end. So he will have a farewell match here in front of the home fans to celebrate his career with the Wolves, and we wish him all the best after this season one, because he will be departing. Now, regards to the Premier League, we currently sit in 5th position, and Newcastle and Arsenal are both clipping at our heels at the moment. Newcastle are up against Everton. If they win that, they do jump over the top of us, and the same with Arsenal, who are versing 20th position Southampton. So if they pick up a victory and we don't, they will jump over the top of us as well, and we'll fall down to 8th position. So we can finish the season here with a victory or a draw and really cement 5th or 6th, depending on what happens with Newcastle. But ultimately, if we lose this and they both win, we fall the whole way down to 8th position. So it's critical that we pull off a good performance here in front of the home fans, and Brentford will be going with the 4-4-2. Now, regarding the teams that are relegated at season end, what we will be doing is evaluating those squads and see if there's any team members within those squads that shouldn't be moving down to the Championship League due to their talent, and we'll potentially look to recruit those in Season 2. So you got Brentford, you got Southampton, you got Ipswich Town at the moment, and Leicester City currently sitting on the fringe. So when we get to Season 2, we'll evaluate those squads and see if there's anyone that we could potentially say, you know what, you've dropped down to Championship League, this guy's too good for you, and we're going to look to recruit him at Season 2. So that is something that we'll consider when it comes to the end of the season review and jumping into Season 2 from there. But let's finish off this season first. And you've got Semedo sliding across. Nice defensive play there by him. Good long ball down here to Gluka. Try to push across, but unfortunately Brentford once again defensively gets in front of that one. Lamina trying to slide across. Same with Gomez. Nori. Great defensive play there by him. He's going to settle it back here. But it looks like a potential injury here to Lewis Potter. Hopefully not too serious. Looks to be a knee injury 28 minutes in here. You got Doherty there that used to play for us. It's moved across to Brentford. But it's looking very serious here for Lewis Potter. He hasn't got off the ground yet. And looking at the replay, Nori comes across, barely even touches him. And it looks like one of those invisible contact injuries where not a lot of contact yet. It could be quite severe. We wish him all the best with his recovery. Goodez here with the ball. He's got Gluka pushing on the right-hand side. He gets himself into the box. And what an absolute superstar he's been. 5 goals, 10 assists since joining us in January. He's been on an absolute tear, potentially taking the leaderboard for Wolves when it comes to assists. He's been an absolute superstar in that cam position. He came in as a potential backup for Kuna. We started him a couple of games, and it was like there's no way we could just have him sitting on a bench. He's played lights out football since joining us, and definitely been a real difference maker playing that cam position. And obviously Kuna was playing a bit of the right, but Larson here through to Goodez. Once again, a shot opportunity there for Goodez, and he pushes it left. We go into the break here with the 1 point advantage going into the second half. Hopefully we can put in a big performance here in the second and we pick up these vital 3 points. An absolute critical 3 points if we want to get that top 4 position, or we could fall to 8th as mentioned. Kuna with the ball here, steps back on the inside, pass through here to Goodez, fights for the ball, shot opportunity but saved there by Flecken. 60 minutes in here. The 2 striker combination has been working well for us, with Kuna playing more of that preferred cam position, and then Goodez and Larson also combining up front. Luca here with the ball though, through to Semedo. Got a bit of room here. He's got Goodez on the outside, potentially should pass it, but he tries to take it into midfield, looking for a potential shot and a goal in his final match. But he had plays open on that one. Ball through here, straight through the middle. Gomez unable to react. Woe pushed up too far. And Brentford tied all up here 78 minutes in. We go from one mistake at one end from Semedo. And then Woe pushing up aggressively. Gomez unable to recover. And Brentford tied all up. Not how you want to be playing. 80 minutes in here. Wissa with the ball. Gomez sliding across, trying to get in front. Crossed into the box here. Saved by Sarr. Very lucky. And Gomez clears it out here to Glucker, who's going to find Kuna. 88 minutes in here. Kuna with the ball now. Unfortunately, just not controlling the ball. 2 minutes left. And unfortunately, we just lose it. Poor play there by the squad. Just not controlling the ball with the last couple of minutes of play. And we only pick up the 1 point here. So it really depends on what happened with Newcastle and Arsenal. Did Newcastle beat Everton? Did Arsenal beat Southampton? That will depend if we're finishing top 5 or we fall down to 8th position. Looking at the stats for this one, it was a 55-45 split on possession. Looking at player performance, Glucker was our man of the match with a 9.7. Looking at it around the grounds, Newcastle draw with Everton, so that's big for us. And Arsenal and Southampton both draw as well. So the top 8 are Man City taking out the trophy, then Liverpool in 2nd place, Spurs in 3rd, 4th is Aston Villa. We remain 5th, which is a great result. Then Newcastle, Arsenal and Man United. Chelsea are in 9th position. Now looking at the relegation, we've got Ipswich Town, we've got Southampton and Brentford all getting relegated at the end of the season, with Leicester City just squeaking through. They were tied on for and against with Brentford, but they must have picked up a victory against Brentford throughout the season to remain in 17th position. So we'll evaluate those squads when it comes to Season 2 on potentially who we could pick up. But we also lost the Golden Boot for Larson, with Diaz picking up 24 goals in 37 appearances. Grealish has done the most assists, so he picks up that one with 12. And then Edison was tied with Sarr for 12 clean sheets, but takes out top prize on that one. Looking at the FA Cup, Bamford takes out the top with 5 goals. Archie Gray, our man, with 6, takes out the top assist giver in the FA Cup. And then John Stone finishes in 3rd position for us as well when it comes to clean sheets. Now, reviewing the squad at season end, this is the top performers and how they perform throughout the season. Of course, we are going to head across to Matt Hobbs and Jeff regarding who was the most valuable player for us this season, voted by both them with ChatGPT. Ultimately, you got Kuna, you got Larson, you got Glucker that's just recently came in as well with his 5 goals, 10 assists. Nori was a big contributor in the back line as well. Gudez, obviously, late development on his performance with 7 goals and 10 assists. But ultimately, overall, a very strong performance by the whole squad. Some real good signs coming through in the middle of the field with Glucker, Kuna. And then looking at that centre defensive mid, I think Archie Gray joining the squad, getting 7 assists since January, is a big contributor when it comes to a centre defensive mid. And it's exciting to see what he could potentially do when it comes to Season 2. Doyle, unfortunately, injury hit him this season, so he didn't get much opportunity, but did score a goal in his 9 matches. And of course, Machado as well, coming through the Youth Academy, getting 2 games and assist. So that was his first taste of first grade football. But we're now going to head across to Jeff and Matt to discuss potentially who is the most valuable player for them this season. So we'll discuss it with both of them. And I'm sure they're probably going to be unanimous on this one. So we, of course, finished in 5th position, which is a fantastic achievement in the Premier League. And we reached the knockout stage in the Carabao Cup of the quarterfinals. And, of course, we took out the Silverware when it comes to the FA Cup. So a big performance with that 3-0 victory against Luton Town. We already have Matt Hobbs talking about next season and, you know, what we're going to potentially do there. But first, we've got the most valuable player award here. This is the match stats so far. So you got Machado with an 8.65 rating after 2 matches. Gonzalez with an 8.64 from 5. Glucker, 8.4 from 20 matches. Larson, 8.2 from 40. Traore scored an 8 from one match. You got Kuna, who scored a 7.97 from 43 matches. He was the journeyman. He did all the work there. Gudez, a 7.59 from 24 matches. Lamina, the captain, a 7.51 from 39 matches. You got Bueno, a 7.4 from 27 matches. You got Ramsey, 7.4 from 6 matches. Nori, 7.34 from 35 matches. You got Gomez, 7.32 from 29 matches. You got Doyle, 7.31 from 9 matches. He-Chan, a big contributor with 7.25 from 25 matches. Mosquera, 7.21 from 27 matches. Gomez, a 7.19 from 30 matches. Archie Gray, 7.11 from 20 matches. Woe, a 7.04 from 19 matches. Semedo, a 6.78 from 17 matches. Saar, a 6.64 from 44 matches between the posts. Lima, a 6.64 from 34 matches. Haddo, a 6.55 from 20 matches. Jamal Lewis, a 6.45 from 15 matches. And then Amadi, a 6.43 from 3 matches. So overall, a good performance by the whole squad, but some real standouts. And Matt Hobbs goes with Larson as his selection for his most valuable player with an 8.2 match rating over 40 matches. And of course, just like any good striker, scoring 25 goals and providing 7 assists as well. So a very solid performance across the park from Larson. And Jeff tends to agree with Matt Hobbs, also voting Larson as his most valuable player this season. So hopefully with that, he sees the reason why we need to bring him back when it comes to Season 2. Overall, his performance here was phenomenal. 25 games, 7 assists, 14 clean sheets while he was playing, and his match rating was 8.2. So an absolute monster performance, and he is the Season 1 most valuable player of the season. Now, looking at the competitions in England, you've got the Championship League with Leeds United, Burnley, and Sheffield United all being promoted to the Premier League. Relegation, you've got Derby, you've got Sheffield Wednesday and Portsmouth all moving down to League One. With League One, you've got Birmingham City, Huddersfield and Charlton all being promoted. Now regarding League 2, you've got MK Dons, Notts County and Doncaster all being promoted into League 1. Now looking at the competitions around the world, PSG take out top prize in the French League. So a big performance after Mbappe's move to Real Madrid. You got Dortmund taking out the top prize by 3 points over Bayern Munich. In the Bundesliga, heading across to the Italian league, you got Milan taking out top prize with 88 points. They are Milano FC in FC 25, and Real Madrid take out the top prize in the La Liga competition. So a big performance there in Season 1. So that's going to be it for the season finale. I just want to say once again, thank you for all the likes, all the comments, all your support across the series. It's been much appreciated, and it makes making these videos more enjoyable. So I appreciate all the support. For those that haven't already, make sure you do hit that like button, as it does help the channel grow. And if you did enjoy the episode and want to catch up on all the latest of the series, hit that subscribe button, and that will get you, of course, all ready to go for Season 2. And of course, if you missed any of the episodes so far in Season 1, in the middle of the screen will be the playlist for you guys to enjoy. But we've got a big Season 2 coming your way. And once again, appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching.